All right then. Hello everybody. I am so thrilled to have in front of me a wonderful daughter of mine, but that's not the capacity in which she's here today. I have Miss Universe Ghana in front of me, and I'm very thrilled and privileged. Look at how pretty she looks right there. Where are you coming to us from right now? Where are you? Looking so just
I
chill.
am coming to you live from Hollywood, Florida, the Hard Rock Hotel.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. You are living it up.
Mhm. Yes, so busy, so preoccupied, you name it. But I knew I had to make time and do this for you today.
Mwah. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. And okay, so I know you already, but the people that are listening to us don't necessarily know who I'm talking to. They know the title I just gave.
Uh-huh.
Some of them have already voted, and if you haven't, better hurry up and do it.
Yay.
But then, so who are you? Just introduce yourself.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Chelsea TAYUI, Miss Universe Ghana. For those of you who attended Sacred Baptist College in Cameroon,
Mhm.
my parents are Beatrice Mensa TAYUI and Ebenezer TAYUI. So yes, William TAYUI was my grandfather, the principal of Sacred Baptist College.
There you go. That's what we needed to definitely know. And I know
Yes.
you know your dad also taught in Sacred Baptist College. He taught me chemistry. I didn't pass, and that was no fault of his. He did his best.
Yeah.
I was just he taught us there too. And of course, your mother is a classmate of mine, graduating class of '81. So that's
Yeah.
pretty good introduction right there. And so you're of course everybody knows you're in the pageant. You already won. That's a
Yes.
wonderful for
Yes.
Miss Ghana. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
So right now we're just diligently preparing for May 16th, which
Mhm.
is the international pageant, which takes place here in the hotel
Right.
at 7 o'clock p.m. on Telemundo.
Oh, we will be tuned in. I mean, it's like I've already written it everywhere. I have it on my calendar, actually handwritten. I have it on my phone. It's already programmed. We're definitely going to be watching. For those who want to
Wonderful.
know a little bit about, okay, you weren't born doing a pageant. So what have you done so far academically up to this point before you took time to do this
Mhm.
important thing?
Yeah, so I had always had a very strong proclivity for pageantry. I've always really enjoyed it, and I've really just had a liking and a fascination towards it.
Mhm.
So when the opportunity came along for Miss Universe, I had to jump on it. But to give you a little bit of a backstory,
Uh-huh.
so um, I and I forgive me for this angle because my phone is still charging. Um, I was, I come from a nuts and bolts kind of family where it's like, you're either a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer.
Right.
And I just decided that I wasn't going to take any of those paths because ultimately that is not me.
Mhm.
That is not who I am as Chelsea. Like in Chelsea's essence, who is she? What does she want to be remembered for and by? And I am more on the creative side.
Mhm.
I studied communications and media at DePaul University. And during that time, what most people don't know is that going into university, I was actually a pre-med major and I hated every minute of it. I was very unhappy. I was very agitated all the time. And that's not who I am as a person. I
That's
was very unhappy because um, I think I was doing it to just make my parents know that, okay, I'm doing it because they've always said, oh, you would make a great doctor, you'd make a great this. And I just went along with it.
let me go ahead and quickly point out that your dad is an anesthesiologist. So that's
Yeah.
probably why that where you were, they felt you'd be headed in that direction.
Yeah.
And that already is a good warning or a good message for us parents, especially those of us immigrant parents. We do have
Yes.
set ways and set expectations. And we're just now getting used to the fact that our kids are not necessarily going to do what it is that we have dreamt for them to do. So,
Exactly. Because ultimately, for me, the priority is my own happiness. So I could only imagine the happiness of my own child one day.
mhm,
That is really where it's going to cut the mustard. And that there's such a thin line between what you should be doing, what you want to do, and where your purpose lies.
right. Yeah, you have to do that. You're right back on. Mm-hmm. That is that
Yes.
you really are wise and mature beyond your years.
Thank
Especially, some
you.
people think girls will not want to do anything that their parents would
Right.
not want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you're likely to just say, okay, well, my parents, trust me, there are quite a few like that. My parents want this for me. Even though I'm not happy doing it, I just go ahead and do it though. But you, without being the rebellious kid, I'm going to do so and so thing. I don't care what you tell me to do. Still manage to find a way to make it clear. This is what I'd rather be doing. And credit to your parents, they did support you with this because
Yeah.
I know a little bit about the journey it has taken from here to get you
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So what I'd like us to talk about now is, again, the whole immigrant mom thing, our mindset. Many of us think a pageant. Oh my goodness. All they do is walk around in swimsuits and look pretty and walk out on the stage and do stuff, which is such an ancient way of looking at pageants. That is so not what they are. What are the myths and the thoughts, beliefs about pageants that you want people to just know, to just dispel, to let them know that's not it?
You know, it's funny when you say the myths and with it being ancient, I can honestly tell you, I have never worked harder on anything in my entire life. The back office and the work that this takes, I had to pull from a whole, like another level of strength that I didn't even know I had. So that just goes to show you, you really don't know what you have until you tap into it.
Mhm, mhm.
So, yeah, a lot of people think that, oh, the girls who are in pageantry are not smart.
Yep.
Before I started doing pageantry, that's what my mom thought. And I told her, I said, you do realize I'm very smart. I'm at the top of my class. I have a 3.7 GPA.
Mhm.
So therefore, if I do pageantry and I excel at it, wouldn't I be shifting the narrative that you have in your head
Right.
that pageant girls are not intellectually smart?
Mhm, mhm.
And she said, well, yes, you would. So what I did then was I enrolled myself in one. I was in Miss Illinois in
Mhm.
2017. I got the People's
Right.
Choice Award, the
Right.
semifinalist top 15 award,
Mhm,
and the most popular votes,
mhm,
those
mhm.
awards as well.
Awesome.
So she was like, yeah, I think this is really where your purpose lies. You excelled at it. You were flawless. Because for me, I am most at ease when I'm on stage. I just love being on stage and I want the world to see me for who I am. I come as I am. I know who I am. I don't have anything to hide. I don't have anything to prove. You either take me as the whole Chelsea or you don't take me at all.
That is just awesome to hear for somebody who's like what, 25?
Sorry?
So I suppose somebody you're 25, 25.
Yes, please. I am.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that is so amazing to hear from somebody that young who just said
Thank
it's already
you.
so comfortable in their own skin. Because some other people are like,
Yes.
I need the world to love me. I need to so and so thing, insecure and all. You don't have that at all. To even hear you say you're comfortable being on stage, you know that there's such a thing as stage fright. That makes even the most
Yeah.
intelligent, the wealthiest of people just
Mhm.
tremble. They don't want to get on that stage, but you are there and you take it. You seem to be having a blast doing
I
it.
am. I am. The stage is my everything. If I am not on stage doing something, whether it's giving a speech, twirling, rocking, strutting, what have you, I don't know, like I wouldn't rather be doing anything else than that.
Oh wow!
Because to me, what pageantry really stands for is enhancing your confidence and stabilizing it. That's what most people do not understand. They
Mhm.
think that it's something foreign.
Right.
Pageantry is a very foreign world to a lot of different people.
Mhm.
But you know, it's 2021. We're not getting any younger. It's about time that the world starts changing more than it stays the same, especially when it comes to judgments and
Right,
stigma and
right,
beliefs about certain ideologies.
right.
And that's what Google is for as well. Like, if I really want to know the depths of something, I will Google it and make sure I do diligent empirical research on it to understand it completely.
Right. So if you're going to believe something, at least it should be based on something, not just
Yeah,
something you're just saying, okay, I hear that it's this and that. No, but don't you find the facts? And what you said there is a good segue into the deeper part of what you're doing. Yes, you like to be on stage. Yes, you want them to see the whole Chelsea and everything. But what people also don't understand about pageants is that people have platforms. That
exactly.
there,
So this is where the belief system that pageantry is just twirling
they,
and strutting
uh-huh,
gets debunked, because depending on how strong your platform is,
mhm,
that is the ultimate deciding factor on how serious people are going to take you.
right,
So
right.
there are girls who use it as a launching pad for their own careers to better themselves.
Mhm.
But there are other girls who really need this platform to be a voice for the voiceless, like myself. So
Yes.
my pageant platform is autism and eliminating the stigma that surrounds autism, mainly in Ghana. It's very fervent, but also around the world as
Around
well.
the
I
world.
would love to represent Ghana in a way that the rest of the world would know that Ghana can handle autism just as well as any other country can, and if not better.
There you go.
So yeah,
That
that's my
is awesome.
platform.
Okay, so
Thank you.
where did you just pick autism from? Why not cancer? Why not diabetes?
Because
Right?
autism is a spectrum and it's widely misunderstood by a lot of different people.
Mhm,
It is the one disorder that is overlooked,
mhm,
that is underestimated, that has a lot of mystery around it,
mhm,
because we honestly, there's no cure for autism.
mhm.
And but studies are coming out and showing that vaccines are helping to contribute to the cause of autism. So we know what the cause is here and there, but we also, I look forward to the day where we have a cure. And my younger brother, William, was born 24 weeks premature.
Mhm.
His leg was the size of my pinky, and his foot was the size of my pinky fingernail. So he had a 1% chance to live and a 5% chance to live and be handicapped. He
Right.
beat all the odds, and today he's 18 years old and he's driving, and he's headed to university in the fall.
That is just awesome. I
Yes.
I know all of that already, but just to hear it again is going like, well, and he's the sweetest,
Yes, he
sweetest.
is the sweetest. A lot of the children on the autism spectrum, now, mind you, you can fall anywhere from mild to
Mhm.
moderate to extremely severe. We're
Right.
blessed to have William be very mild
Mhm.
because you would not really know he has it unless you live with him. There's just a little bit of elusiveness here and there, but ultimately he's got everything under his belt, under control. He doesn't need a lot of help with a lot of things. He's very independent.
You sure?
So
He sure is. And just to attest to what you're saying, it's till you took on this platform that a pretty close friend of ours, your mom's and mine, was saying,
mhm.
who has autism? William. And he's
Yeah,
somebody who has actually seen him and interacted with him and did not realize till we started doing this that William was autistic.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
wondering too, okay, had it not been that your parents, your mom, started attending to whatever may have not been going quite smoothly from the very beginning, do you think that helped to keep him on the, or would he just have normally been mildly affected by this, whether or not they had done something about it early?
No, so early intervention makes all the difference in the world.
There
That
you,
is that is my highlighting point for my whole platform.
there you
You
go.
know, today William can talk in full sentences with which most people who are moderate to severe cannot. And if you don't hone in, if your child is below the age of 3, walking on their tippy toes, flapping their hands, not saying a word, not even mumbling sounds, not making eye contact, running away from other kids, focusing on one thing at a time, and just being very, very, very like they will ostracize their own selves from a lot of different people, then those are huge signs for concern, and something must be done about that. Really? And I always say I want to be a voice for the voiceless, but most importantly, I want to be their action. So recently, actually in Ghana, I raised enough funds to purchase a van for the Clicks Autism Foundation School in Ghana that I work at. So a lot of the kids who are on the waiting list for the school could not afford public transportation. And I was very confused. I said, public transportation? Wait a minute, but kids with autism should not be in public transportation. That would make them a very easy target for harm, malice, and bullying, and even death, especially in a country where they think it is something else. They perceive it to be a curse or witchcraft or fetishness, stuff like that. So I think if more people really took a step back to sit down, understand, and dive in to the unknown world of autism, then they would be so much better off.
True, trying to understand what it is about. You see, the tendency as human beings, what we don't understand, what we are not used to, we just are repelled by it. You don't know it. It's not that the thing is bad. You just don't even know enough about it to decide one way or the other. So you just say, okay, this person is acting strange. Okay, what do we do? Shun them, run away from them, or laugh at them, bully them. And so I guess it's really time, like you're saying, for us to educate ourselves about these situations and look at them differently. And that's what you're helping to do. And that's why I'm so proud of you for doing that, for bringing it out there to the open and having people know, look at it, just give us the sign. Somebody may have a child that's there acting exactly the way you just said, and not even know that that's what the issue is. So they can have it addressed early enough and give their child a chance to get better and improve and be functional like William is. So I did see a video or two. You actually met, you actually, when you launched your campaign, there was a lady that I think she was Miss Mary or somebody like that.
Yes, so she is the owner of the Clicks Autism School, yes. She was pleasantly surprised. Yes.
I can imagine. But she was there, she talked about her own child is grown.
Very severe, yes. Her own child is on the more savant side of the spectrum, to the point where she still has to wear diapers and she doesn't know when she's on her cycle or not. So her mother has to take care of all of that. And her mother is Auntie Mary, the lady you saw in the video. And she also has 2 other children, 2 boys who are in university. One is a doctor. And it's just a lot for anyone to go through. She had always prayed for a girl child. She wanted her little girl, but she didn't expect anything like that, you know? And especially, I don't know if you listened to my conference that I had. She went to all of these different men of God, as they call themselves, and they told her to do all these crazy things. This was before she knew what autism was. And she did all the things, so things didn't work. And then one day, I think she went to the States, and the doctor told her, they said, have you ever heard of something called autism? And then the rest is history.
And that is a clear example. I was listening to her and I just was tearing up. Because that's an example of what they say, my people perish for lack of knowledge when you don't even know. So you're going there and these men of God are milking the situation for all it's worth. because they're telling you things, and you, because you're desperate and don't understand what's going on with your child, you're listening to anything that comes there, whereas the truth, even if we have not finished solving the problem, the issue, the truth is out there where medically it can be explained what's going on. And then you can go from there now. She's not only helping her own child, she's helping the children. And now you have come along and you're helping too. So, and I have looked at other videos and things to see the way Ghana has just kind of embraced you.
Thank
I saw
you.
pictures of you heading back to the States from there, and there was this whole, I'm going to find that video and play it so people can see it down the road of them. They came to the airport with the flag and all.
Yes, and I'm the only contestant who has had that entourage at the airport going to the pageant. Honestly, everyone has been so supportive, so uplifting, and so hands-on. I'm to say I'm grateful, appreciative is not even strong enough. I have to invent like a new word.
A new word. Somebody has to come up with a new term. And yes, I saw them dancing and all there at the airport, trying to wish you well as you went off to come and represent them.
Yes.
And the t-shirts now had at the back of them talking about autism. I said, you see, that already, first of all, I definitely need, I'm rooting for you, you have to win. But even if for some reason that everything was to stop here and now, you've already done a lot to put across, to really bring it to the open, for it to be discussed, for people who had not heard the word before, or who had heard it and did not quite understand it, to get to know it. You've talked to heads of state there in Ghana and dignitaries and everything who pledged their support. So you already have done a great a deal. So now I'll ask you, so if the crown sits on your head come Sunday, not Sunday tomorrow, but Sunday, this May 16th, what next?
That is where I put the ... because that is when the real work begins. So you guys will have to stay tuned for that. Because now that you would have been on this, like when you have that crown, it's an open door, an open window for opportunities to come and to help you with your platform. Granted, nobody can do it on their own. So if I can partner with a strong organization such as, okay, let me give you an example. Autism Speaks, they follow me on Instagram. They saw everything I did on my Instagram for World Autism Day, and they are trailing behind me. So I would love to do something with them and any other organization that can really, really, really help me in an enormous way.
All right, so now my next question is, at this point, how can we help? We are listening here. Some of us have gone and voted already. So as I said, I'm going to go ahead and say the voting. When does voting, let's just do voting. When does it end? When can we keep voting?
Voting ends in about 10 days or so. Okay. So what I will say is you guys need to download the Miss Universe official app. Once again, that's the Miss Universe official app, and vote for me to be in the top 21. Once you download the app, it's a free app. Click on votes, scroll down, click on Ghana, you'll see me. And once you click on me, there are a variety of different options on what vote best suits you. You can vote limitlessly. So you can, I believe, is that it?
Right.
Yes, that is it.
On my cell phone. So I've been on there and voted. It says there's a voting flash sale. I need to go look at what that's about and figure it out. This is what, I don't know if I can make it big enough so you can see. It's brown like that with a little star on it. It says Miss Universe. But somebody had looked at one that looked a little similar and almost downloaded that. And I said, no, that's not the one. It looks like this. And I have to take a picture, a screenshot, and send it to them. So there's a little star that actually says vote at the bottom that you can see so people can know where to go and vote. And you have your first vote free, and then you can sponsor. Yeah. Sponsor votes and do for next to nothing. When I say next to nothing, it really is next to nothing, because what you get if she should win right there, you've heard her platform. Look, all of us know people, close friends, because more and more, I guess there was autism before, we just didn't recognize it for what it was, but I have a clear feeling there is more and more and more of it around now. So,
Yes.
yeah, the younger people who are here, and it's a challenge because they're here, they have to work, and but then they have to look after a child that has these special needs and stuff. They have to deal with the bullying that the child is facing. They have to, so all of those things, you are doing it for a family member, for a friend, for whoever it is that you may be doing it for, or just for mankind. It doesn't affect you directly, just for mankind, so we can get to the bottom of this and not have people go through the pain of Aunt Mary, you know, having to look after a child. I know of one that I'm pretty close to, was talking about her daughter has gone off to college, but it's a nightmare. You have to keep, it's hard. It's just hard. So if we can do something about it, and it's just votes it's going to cost us, then we should do that. Because if we vote and we get you to that, we said the top 21,
yes,
does that automatically move you into well, is to the next step without having to? How does that work if we get to the top 21?
Sure. So right now there are about 69 girls competing for one crown. So on May 16th, what's going to happen is we'll all perform, we'll all do what we need to do. And then it goes from 69 to 21. Then it goes from 21 to 10, from 10 to 5, 5 to 3, 3 to the winner.
So we would be moving you
up further, yes.
Yes.
So it'll be so much easier.
Right. So we have that incentive to go and what you told us why. Look, I know you're busy. I know, but I was watching you at the airport that you just have endless energy.
I do, Auntie. I do.
It's tired on your behalf, but you are loving it and everything. So it really is clear that this is what you were born to do. This is what you love.
Yes.
You're enjoying.
It's so funny that you say that, because I was working at another autism school in Ghana and I donated 2,000 CDs to them. And when they took pictures of me, I saw the puffy bags underneath my eyes and I was like, this is what it's all about. I will work tirelessly. I will never stop fighting for the rights, the protection, the endless love, and the endless care, and most importantly, the respect of everyone on the autism spectrum. This is what it's all about.
Awesome. I am just listening to you going, I'm really proud.
Oh, thank you so much.
Really, that you have this much depth of character. Because hey, I don't want, there's people your age and even older, but just excuse the term, shallow like that.
Yes.
They're just floating through life. There's nothing meaningful. And you're proud about what you're doing, which is almost sounds to be like you're kind of just wasting. You're supposed to dedicating yourself to a cause like you have, young enough that you are so passionate about. It's a wonderful thing to see. And so just an interesting question just to ask, has anything happened in this journey that you've been on, since you say you were into thinking about pageants a lot before? Is there anything you've encountered since you've been doing this that you're going, wow, I didn't see that coming?
Yes. You know, when I was crowned, most people who were closest to me at the time were not happy for me, because I was, I remember my best friend called me the very next day and the tone in her voice had changed. And she said, I was just wondering if you still want to hang out with me. Really? And I said, why would I want to stop hanging out with you? And she said, I don't know, because you're Miss Universe Ghana now. And it's not like she was joking or anything. She sounded very concerned and very frightened and very scared that I wouldn't want to be her friend anymore. And I said, well, you know what? When you do have a new platform and you move into a new level, some people are affected by it, so they change and they let it get to them. But for me, I was born to do this. I was born ready. So I was always a queen, even before the crown got onto my head. So I would never, ever forget those who helped me, who worked tirelessly for me, and who supported me and will continue to do so. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child, but how does that child give back to the village? That is the question that needs to be answered all the time.
Oh, wow. So you actually have flipped the whole issue. Yes.
Yeah.
Second, the village to raise the child, and how does the child turn around now and kind of repay the village or make the village feel that their efforts and everything that they put into it were definitely worth it. And they will be ready to invest the same energy in the next person, because that's the way the world will then just be a better place.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what's your final word? I have exhausted everything. I can just sit here and just smile. Keep smiling to see my little daughter there just blossom.
Yes.
Definitely so proud of you.
Auntie EGBE, I want to thank you so much for just letting me come onto your show and just letting me be myself on your show. You've always been someone who I've been very comfortable around.
Definitely.
Yes. Definitely. And you have such a sweet spirit. My mom tells me stories all the time about how you guys used to buy snacks and you would share with one another.
Right. Those were secondary school days. You see, because Mensa, that is M-E, and then my middle name was MBIWAN, M-B. So we pretty much sat next to each other. Yeah. So I've just known her pretty much all my life, because we'd sit in alphabetical order. So we went through all of secondary school, where your grandpa was a principal. We went through secondary school and then went to high school again, 2 more years. So 7 years straight.
Wow.
With somebody that is, and in the exact same classroom, even in high school, because we took the same combination of subjects. So that's somebody I have known for quite a while. So I'm looking at you, and there's really no difference between you and my own daughter. So
wonderful.
Flexing, as they say, saying my daughter.
Yes. If you have muscles, why not flex them?
I am just sitting there and just beating my chest. And trust me, if there was a way to scream right through my TV on May 16th, you'd hear me from here, from Charlotte.
I will still hear you absolutely in the spirit. I know you'll be here in spirit, so there's no way I won't hear you. I mean, so many people around the world will be screaming, and I want all of those people to know that I thank you. I see you, I value you, and I will make all of you proud.
We know that for a fact. You take care, dear.
Thank you, Auntie. You as well.
Rest up and just keep looking pretty. Keep being as articulate as you are. And just
thank you.
We are right behind you and supporting you.
Thank you so much. It doesn't go unnoticed or unappreciated. So I love you, and I will see you really soon.
Okay, then you take care.
You take care too. Bye-bye.